The old woman lay in her bed. Her breath grew shallow. She felt no fear, only a gentle tiredness, like at the end of a long, fulfilling day. Her eyes fluttered closed. The world faded away. Then she opened her eyes again. But this time, things were different. The hospital room was gone. She stood in a vast white space. It felt peaceful and calm. She was no longer frail and old. She felt young and strong again. A woman stood before her. Her smile was warm and inviting. "Do not be afraid," the woman said. "You are safe now." The old woman, now young again, looked around in wonder. She found herself in a place that felt both familiar and strange, a realm where time seemed to stand still and the air was filled with a sense of peace and tranquility. "Where am I?" she asked, her voice tinged with confusion and curiosity. The surroundings were unlike anything she had ever seen, yet there was a sense of déjà vu, as if she had been here before in another time, another life. The woman smiled warmly, her eyes twinkling with wisdom. "This," she said, "is the in-between, the space between lives. A place where souls come to rest, reflect, and prepare for their next journey." The young woman frowned, trying to grasp the concept. "Lives?" she echoed, her mind racing with questions. How could this be? What did it mean for her? The guide nodded, her expression gentle and understanding. "You have lived many lives," she explained, "each one a chapter in the story of your soul, each experience a lesson learned. And you will live many more, each life a new opportunity to grow, to evolve, to become more than you were before." The young woman struggled to understand. Reincarnation. It was a concept she had heard of but never truly grasped. The idea that her soul could live multiple lives, each one building upon the last, was both fascinating and overwhelming. It was a concept she had heard of but never truly grasped. The idea that her soul could live multiple lives, each one building upon the last, was both fascinating and overwhelming. "Why?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "Why must we go through this cycle of life and death, of joy and sorrow?" The guide placed a hand on her arm, her touch comforting and reassuring. "To learn," she said gently, "to grow. Each life is a chance to experience new things, to face new challenges, and to become wiser and more compassionate. To experience all that the universe has to offer. Every joy, every sorrow, every triumph, and every failure is a part of the grand tapestry of existence. And through it all, we become more than we ever thought possible." The guide continued, her voice as soothing as a lullaby, weaving a tapestry of words that seemed to float on the gentle breeze. Her presence was calming, like the stillness of the lake before them. "Imagine," she said, "that every soul is a drop of water. Each droplet, though small and seemingly insignificant on its own, contributes to the vastness of the lake. It is in this collective that true beauty and strength are found." The young woman pictured this, the coolness of water in her mind. She felt the gentle caress of the river's flow, the way it embraced her fingers, and she smiled, feeling a sense of peace wash over her. "And the universe," the guide went on, "is a vast, boundless ocean. It stretches beyond the horizon, an endless expanse of possibilities and mysteries waiting to be explored." The image expanded in the young woman's mind, the vast ocean making her feel small, yet profoundly connected to something greater. She realized that her existence was a part of this grand tapestry. "We are all connected," the guide explained, "part of the same source. Every individual, every soul, is a thread in the intricate fabric of the universe, woven together by the hands of time and space. Each life is a chance to dive back into that ocean, to experience a different current, a new depth. Every journey is unique, yet all a part of the same endless sea, each contributing to the whole." The young woman began to understand. She saw herself as a droplet, a part of the ocean, and felt a deep sense of belonging. Her thoughts drifted like waves, each one a reflection of her inner universe. We are all one, a universe within each of us. The stars above mirrored the depths below, and in that moment, she felt the infinite connection of all things, a harmony that resonated within her soul. The young woman thought of her family, her face clouding with worry. She had always been the pillar of strength for them, the one they turned to in times of need. The thought of leaving them behind filled her with a deep sense of unease. She wondered how they would cope without her presence, her guidance and her love. "My children," she said, her voice thick with emotion. They are still so young, so vulnerable. Who will be there to comfort them when they are scared? Who will celebrate their victories and console them in their defeats? Her heart ached with the weight of these questions. My grandchildren, they need me. The guide nodded understandingly. She had seen this struggle many times before, the difficulty of letting go. The guide's eyes were filled with compassion as she listened to the young woman's fears and concerns. You will always be connected to them, she reassured. The bonds of love are not easily broken. They transcend the physical world and reach into the very essence of our being. Your love will continue to guide and protect them, even if you are not physically present. Love transcends time and space. It is a force that binds us together no matter where we are. The young woman felt a glimmer of hope. She realized that her love for her family would never fade, that it would always be a part of them, and they a part of her. She pointed to a faint light in the distance. Look, the guide whispered. That light represents the love and memories you have created with your family. It will always shine brightly, guiding them through the darkest of times. The young woman saw her family, bathed in the warm light. They were surrounded by the love she had given them, and it was clear that they felt her presence. She could see the strength and resilience in their faces, a testament to the love they shared. They were grieving, yes, but also celebrating her life. They remembered the joy and laughter, the lessons and the love. They honored her memory by living their lives to the fullest, carrying her spirit with them in everything they did. She sent them a wave of love, feeling it received across the divide. It was a moment of pure connection, a reminder that love knows no boundaries. She felt their love in return, a warm embrace that filled her heart with peace. They will be all right, the guide said softly. They have your love to carry them through. The young woman nodded, feeling a sense of relief wash over her. She knew that her family would find the strength to move forward, to live their lives with the love she had given them. And for the first time, the young woman believed it. She felt a sense of peace and acceptance, knowing that her love would always be with her family, guiding them, protecting them, and giving them the strength to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The guide led the young woman through the white space. They walked until they reached a swirling vortex of colors and light. What is this? The young woman asked, mesmerized. The river of souls, the guide replied. It flows through every lifetime, carrying wisdom and experience. Every life, every choice, the guide continued, adds to the tapestry of existence. We are all dancers in this great cosmic dance. The young woman felt a sense of peace settle over her. She was a part of something much bigger than herself. As they stood before the swirling river, images flickered through the young woman's mind. A queen in a grand palace, a farmer tilling the land, a teacher inspiring young minds, each life a different story, each one a part of her. These are your past lives, the guide said, sensing her thoughts. Each one holds lessons learned, joys experienced, and love shared. The young woman felt a strange sense of familiarity with these lives, even though she couldn't remember them consciously. The emotions, the experiences, they resonated deep within her soul. Section 7. A New Beginning. The guide smiled warmly. Are you ready for your next journey, she asked. The young woman hesitated for a moment, then took a deep breath. She had felt fear, confusion, and sadness. But now there was only a quiet sense of excitement. She was ready to dive back into the ocean of existence, to experience a new lifetime, with all its joys and sorrows, triumphs and challenges. I am ready, she said, her voice filled with newfound courage. And with that, she stepped into the swirling vortex, ready to begin anew. The cycle continues.